It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Artificial intelligence, I'm ahead of y'all. I stay sliding for chips like I'm a debit card. Got the world in my palms like I'm a hooper. Know the joints banging like Hoover. I coach out like Mr. Cooper. Eradicating my foes with flows plenty cold. Shouldered on approach, I came close to the semi. All these funny acting rappers get Emmys. Words matching like Shaq and Penny. If y'all don't see me, you're blind fury. I've been minding my business and take it literal. Took a step back just to shine more like an emerald. Alkaline water with minerals. I'm a general. The stove top cooking your faves. I'm rap emerald. Figaro how the chain's broken. Got 'em searching my origin like I'm Beethoven. Blacker the better. I'm back black and forever. Your rap's whacker than ever. I'm raw like salmonella. My squad prone for the terror. American citizens, please hear me out on my reasonable doubt / king of the South. Way I bounce on beats. Thought I was Springs in the couch inviting these MCs to a joust. All I know is the people see me can think inspiration. The boy developed his own and didn't need education. Raised the heat like inflation. My fingerprints spreading through regions and nations. Got enough bars to appease for 3 generations. Yeah, I know they love it when I talk my shit. These rappers stay up on that bull Bill Cartwright shit. I'm on some legendary hereditary saving my gene pool. Never shake hands with a sucker, nothing from preschool. Who them boys looking in my window? Have it ghostwriter, won't you check up on my memos? I ain't gotta push a demo, keep it simple. The cash increase like crescendo. Attack the beats like I'm tempo. I'm steady like Camber Gamble's my evolution. That Stein is producing like dude that made the crown and let the rules abolish. We cut the shit like Lorraine and Bobby. Find a hobby, a rap career ain't the greatest topic. These boys scraping for change, looking like nail polish. Feeling brawly like Broly. I block haters like goalies. I'm hardcore in the paint like Mick Foley on Anderson. Target the internet like I'm cannabis. Banging on these cats like KG back in Farragut. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hey, man, I done told y'all so many times on this channel, you know, my living GOAT is Jay-Z. And it brings me so much joy to see him actually making his re-entrance back to the stage officially. We have seen Jay-Z on stage a few times over the last couple of years, impromptu performances, stuff that wasn't necessarily scheduled. We had him pop out a couple times during the Cowboy Carter tour last year. Prior to that, we also seen him take the stage. I think it was for for Paris Fashion Week, with Pharrell and some other shit going on. We saw him take the stage for Tom Brady's Hall of Fame and all that different type of shit, but we haven't seen headline performances of Jay-Z, actual concerts of Jay-Z in quite some time. And now it's been announced that he will be doing a headline performance this year at the Roots Picnic. Okay? Which is a pretty big deal because the Roots Picnic has been around for a very long time. Once upon a time, Jay had his own festival, Made in America Festival, which I believe was also in Philly. But now it's the Roots Picnic that he's taking part in. And of course, he has a long-standing history with the Roots, from Unplugged to taking them out on the road to be his backing band once upon a time. So a lot of serendipity, a lot of full circle moments. And of course, since the year started, we've been seeing Jay-Z planting seeds. What exactly those seeds are leading to, we can't say definitively. Of course, he is celebrating 30 years of Reasonable Doubt. We see that with the umlaut back on his name. We know that much. But it doesn't seem like everything that he's doing is strictly surrounding Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt was the foundation, of course. But then as we started seeing other re-releases coming from Jay, we got Dead Presidents, of course, which jumped everything off. But then we saw Jigga What, Jigga Who, which is not from Reasonable Doubt. Then we saw some shit from Blueprint. We saw some other shit with it was Dirt Off Your Shoulder. We saw quite a few re-releases of him and Timbaland collaborations. And typically, if you are in tune with Jay-Z, Timbaland is always a staple on a new Jay-Z album. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're collaborating. It might be the bailout that Timbaland needs, because he's been getting a hella bad press over the last couple years with all his AI shit that he's been partaking in. Haven't really seen him speaking lately, or at least he hasn't gone viral for any dumbass comments regarding AI. I wonder what that's about. So there could be some things going on there. We also know Pharrell is typically around when Jay-Z gets in album mode. Pharrell is in a bit of hot water, his damn self being sued by his longtime supposed best friend and production partner, Chad Hugo. We just talked about that yesterday, for uncredited works, allegedly stolen beats, and being cut out of the proceeds for Neptune's work. So we'll see if Pharrell and Jay-Z are getting together for some new music, especially with how swimmingly well things went with Pharrell and the Clips last year. But let's go ahead and pull up this press release. I won't even say press release, but this article getting further into the Jay-Z Roots Picnic situation. So this is an article by Vibe. They say Jay-Z to return the stage for headlining performance at Roots Picnic 2026. Jay-Z is officially set to return to the stage, blase blah. At the upcoming Roots Picnic in Philadelphia on Tuesday, March 17th, it was announced that the 56-year-old music icon and mogul will perform on May 30th at Belmont Plateau. The festival will take place on May 30th and 31st, with additional performers yet to be announced. So as of yet, he's the only person that they've put on the bill. And tickets are already flying off the shelf simply off of this. Okay, news of Jay-Z's performance at Roots Picnic comes as the rap icon continues to gear up for the 30th anniversary of the release of his debut album, Reasonable Doubt, which was released in June 1996. June 1996. Okay, so he's taking the stage on May 30th, and then June 1996, his debut album came out. Who knows what could be revealed in June of this year? Last month in February, Hove made his 1996 Dead Presidents available on DSPs for the first time, also releasing pressed vinyl, cassette, and CD editions of the Ski-produced classic. Another clue of Jay-Z's potential celebration of Reasonable Doubt's anniversary can be found on the flyer promoting his Roots Picnic set, as it features Jay-Z's name spelled with the umlaut used for the release of Reasonable Doubt, but which would be removed on later releases. Jay-Z last performed live in 2025 during Cowboy Carter Tour, taking the stage with Beyonce for a duet of their 2003 hit Crazy in Love during the final show of the tour's Paris leg. He previously performed alongside Beyonce at Global Citizen Festival 2018. Jay-Z's history with the Roots dates back to the 90s, with Hove enlisting the group as the backing band for his 2001 MTV Unplugged performance. That doesn't root back to the 90s. That would be the early 2000s vibe. Rumors have also circulated that Jay-Z might release new music to mark Reasonable Doubt's anniversary. However, he has not confirmed or denied the speculation. His last studio album, 444, was released in 2017. The project earned critical acclaim and received multiple Grammy nominations, including nods for Album of the Year, Record of the Year, and Song of the Year. Tickets for Roots Festival are available for purchase. See the Roots Picnic flyer below. And again, the only announcement we have as of today is Jay-Z and the Roots. Typically, they have a whole host of events at the Roots Picnic. Black Thought, J Period, pretty much every year have an epic session that would typically include the likes of Yasin Bey, freestyles, Soulquarian appearances and all that type of shit. So you could probably expect that. But as far as other headliners or major acts, we don't know. I also would not be surprised to see Jill Scott taking the stage this year. She just released a new album. She just announced a tour. Pretty sure she'll probably be at the Roots picnic as well. Jilly from Philly. It only makes sense. But at this time, that's all the information that is available. Now, since we're talking about Jay, unfortunately, we have to switch the tables. We know that LaRussell just signed to Jay-Z and Roc Nation just a few weeks ago, or at least it was announced that he was a few weeks ago. Initially, once he announced that, he found himself in hot water because of his comments about Lil Wayne. Interestingly enough, as Jay-Z and the Roots picnic was announced, Lil Wayne actually announced that he's going out on tour. I don't know if that was deliberate or just a coincidence, but I noticed both hit the timeline at the same time. Although we're not here to talk about Wayne, hey, if you want to catch Wayne on tour, he's going out as well. But LaRussell, he found himself in hot water talking about how Wayne's music has aged and how he's grown and now he hears Wayne's music from a different ear. Well, people have taken a different ear to a new song that LaRussell just dropped, or at least teased, called Heaven Sent. All right? Now, this song hit social media by storm just a couple days ago, and the people are not happy. The people are not thrilled. And this is his second infraction of the year where people seem to be not fucking with LaRussell. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not fucking with this song my damn self. If you've seen any of the content that I've uploaded about LaRussell on my channel, typically I speak pretty positively about him. I think he's a positive guy, a good addition in hip hop. He showed people that you could do it independently. He showed people that you could come up from your backyard, but that does not mean that he is without fault. And that does not mean just because he made a mistake that I'm going to skirt around it and not talk about it, right? Let's get to it. So here we are on LaRussell's Twitter. He says on March 14th, my engineer told me I probably shouldn't put this out. That's exactly why I put this out, okay? So off rip, somebody in his circle, his engineer, the person who literally either recorded and or mixed this record, said, hey, bro, I think you should hold on to this one. I don't think you should put it out. I don't think people are ready to hear what the fuck it is that you got to say. He says that told me everything I needed. I'm about to goddamn put it out. Okay? Here we go.
I made this record and I sent it off to my engineer and he calls me. He said, man, you probably shouldn't put this out. I said, why? What the hell happened? He said, you talking about Epstein, it's a lot of shit going on. And I said, thank you for calling me. I'm finna drop this. That's exactly why we need it. Because everybody sit and be silent. And the goal of an artist is to express the times and say all the things that nobody else want to say or know how to say. I'm not perfect, and neither is the president. Was guiltier than a nigga hiding evidence. You can't be mad that they heated if you don't let them vent. Even the devil was heaven sent.
Here we go.
Even Malcolm was heaven sent. Even Martin was heaven sent. Even Kanye was heaven sent. We all heaven sent. Donald too. We all heaven sent.
Come on, my nigga.
Epstein too.
Come on, my nigga.
We all heaven sent. Adolf too.
Come on, my nigga.
We all heaven sent. Even you. We all heaven sent.
Yeah, this definitely wins the award for stupidest fucking song of the year, and we ain't even all the way into it, you know? And again, I support LaRussell. I like LaRussell. I paid for his album, you know what I mean? With his whole campaign. I tried to help him with his road to trying to sell 100,000 independently. And I don't regret it. I don't renege on that support, but I don't like this song at all. I don't like the precedent that it's trying to set. Like, I get it. Yeah, everybody's heaven sent. We're all made by God. We're sent here to earth. And what we do with that is what we do with it. But basically when you put it in that context of what he's doing, it's like basically trying to sanitize, or at least it sounds like you're trying to sanitize what some of these niggas did. Why is Malcolm and Martin in the same fucking sentence as Epstein, or the same stanza as Epstein and fucking Donald Trump? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Poorly written, not creatively done. Right? Now, this video reached over 6 million people. This is just on Twitter alone. That has nothing to do with his Instagram, which I'm sure got way more, YouTube, which possibly got way more. But this has definitely turned up the heat on LaRussell. Now, I will say, I'm sure this was intentionally done. And I think this is the type of thing that's gonna get him in even more, I won't say trouble, because I don't think he's gonna get in trouble, but even more scrutiny. I think it's also gonna turn a lot of people off from wanting to support you, because now every time people see your name, they're gonna believe that there's a clout chase hook to it. Do I believe that that's necessarily true? Not particularly, but I like LaRussell. But from the outside looking in, if I remove my support from LaRussell and just look at this objectively, it does look like you started the year off with a plan. You know what I'm saying? You hit the ground running with the Super Bowl tailgate shit. That was beautiful. You announced your deal with Roc Nation. That was beautiful. Some people didn't support that. That caught backlash. I thought that was dumb. I've never seen an artist announce a deal and get panned for it. You know what I'm saying? Typically people celebrate when an artist signs a deal, even if a nigga finna get fucked and took through there. Right? So I thought that was weird. But then there was the Wayne thing, which I also supported LaRussell in his criticism of Wayne, because I share in that criticism as a nigga who grew up influenced by Wayne. You couldn't hear my music without hearing the influence of Wayne. But that does not mean that Wayne makes perfect music, or that the things he says on record always stand the test of time. Right? So a lot of people said, nah, fuck that. You ain't did enough to talk about Wayne. You ain't produced enough hits to talk about Wayne. You don't have the catalog to match up with Wayne. That's what a lot of people said. But you did this either to appease Roc Nation. That's what some people thought. I don't think that. I think that's a small-minded way of looking at it. But some people felt like you did that to appease Roc Nation in whatever issues Wayne may have with them. And now, here you are again doing some weird clout chasey shit, some attention seeking shit, by trying to say that Jeffrey Epstein and these soulless motherfuckers out here are heaven sent. Now, of course, again, if you're a believer, then yes, one might say we all come from God. Some motherfuckers out here believe some motherfuckers is devil sent, straight from the pits of hell. And I ain't finna argue with nobody either way, because your belief is your belief, mine is mine, and it's not for debate. But when you put it in song format and you perform it in front of a group of people, I hate the fact that these people feel like, damn, we gotta cheer this nigga on, knowing that he out here spitting some bullshit. Now, again, for you to be loud and proud about how you feel about the next person's music, you definitely open yourself up to criticism, and you're gonna have to accept what that criticism is. I talk about it all the time. Some people try to shame me about my opinions to say, oh, you talk about these niggas and your music is trash. Okay, if you feel it's trash, that's great. I know it ain't trash. But if you feel that way, so be it, bitch. I will accept the criticism. What next? Right? But you can't be sensitive to the criticism when you invite that type of attention. You know what I'm saying? And I think that song is absolute trash. I gotta be honest. That's not me shitting on LaRussell. Again, I'm a fan. But the song is ass, bruh. It wasn't cleverly written. It was very simple. It required more thought. It required more nuance. It requires a little bit more scholastic writing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to take people somewhere in order to even try to get some shit like that off. You got to have way more details to the situation for people to be like, okay, I see where you was taking me. But when you just goddamn, soon as you know what I mean? It's kind of like if you with a little thing, you know what I mean? And you just start ramming, you know what I mean? They're like, whoa. She say, slow down, nigga. Gotta warm up first. So, motherfucker, you got to get that shit together, man. You might want to clean this off the goddamn net. But anyway, he's been taking a beating on social media for the last couple of days. And today, he finally spoke again about this situation, as he always does, reflective. So here's what he had to say. I haven't even watched his response just yet. So here it seems that he's trying to double down on it. He says, we all heaven sent, not heaven bound. Okay? We're created by God, but that does not mean everybody is going to meet him in the afterlife. Understood. I think we all knew that. I don't think it takes a LaRussell to tell us that. But the song did not convey that in a powerful way. He says, argue with your mama or Barack Obama. LaRussell, my brother, I know I'm being a little bit humorous, facetious in my presentation here, but I don't think this is the way to handle the situation in all seriousness.
Good morning, America. Hey, the past few days, I've been working, so I ain't got to really be on social media. I cut my shit, I schedule it, and I post, and I get into the world. The homies briefed me yesterday on all the outrage. And my first thought was, niggas ain't that slow. But I go and look, and niggas that slow. Just listen to the music. Like, it's no way niggas hear that clip and they like, you support Epstein. When the world be in despair, sometimes you need realization. And that realization for me through this song was like, damn, the same God who created Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, who did so many great things, is the same God that created Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, who did so many evil things. And it's crazy the range of what a human life is capable of. It's capable of changing the world and detrimenting the world. That's the purpose of the song. That's my realization of like, damn.
But who you lead with niggas is dumb. But please tell us which people are not aware of this pretty simple concept. Most of us learn this shit when we're a child.
This is all from the same place, and look which way it can go when somebody is misguided, when somebody doesn't have all the tools, when somebody just chooses to use their life in a negligent way. And it's insane for niggas to take that and be like, you support Epstein. Like, you niggas is weird. Like, if you want to know where I stand, go look at my life. Go listen to my music. Go see what I do in my community. Go speak to somebody who actually know me. Be fucking for real. It's so crazy how fast it go from black boy fly to get back in line, nigga. Y'all want a nigga to...
Come on, dog. No, bro. No. No, buddy. And you can put the ER on that shit like it's white people telling you to get back in line. White people ain't really listening to you like that, bro. It's black folks telling you, nigga, that ain't it. And unfortunately, I think LaRussell is at a place where he's had so many wins. He's knocked so many different things out the park. And he's been able to do so under the radar. This is a guy, I think he said he's dropped, 40 albums or some shit like that over the last 5-6 years? That means a majority of your music has gone unheard. You know what I'm saying? And that's great for building catalog. That's great for discoverability for somebody that's like a new fan to go back and hear it. But on the other side of that spectrum is who knows how many songs that were not great that got released and nobody told you that it didn't need to be released because you was running your own ship. You was running your own play. And now that you're under the spotlight and you put out a song that objectively is not good, it wasn't well written, it wasn't provocative in the sense of the writing, it was just provocative in the sense of you saying something that you knew was going to get people riled up. The fact that you even act like you don't think it was going to get people riled up when your engineer told you firsthand not to put it out and you said that's exactly why I put it out, it goes to show that you're not moving straight off of just pure intent of a message. Gotta be honest with you, bro. This is a nigga that supports you. But I think you definitely, if you want to continue to grow in this space and not be deemed as a corny nigga, which you may not want to be, you may not care. But one of the worst things you could be labeled in this shit is a corny ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of people that have been supporting you wanted to see you in that light. But I think when you do stuff like this, it shifts people into that zone. And that ain't the zone that I want to see you in, bruh. You know what I mean? But you putting 150 on 10 right now.
To be constricted and restricted so bad. And I'm never not gonna be free. I'm never not gonna be free of my speech and free of my thought and free of my art. Artists and comedians is the niggas who's supposed to express the times and what's going on and communicate it in a way that's like, man, this is what came to me. Y'all love to create enemies and try to bash anybody who has an opposing thought to how you feel. Nigga, I ain't gotta show up how you want me to show up. This shit for me and my people and my base who resonate and connect. Everybody else can suck my dick.
But what happens if your base or when your base, either or, decides this ain't the place for me no more? What happens if you have a base of 100,000 people and then you wake up 2-3 years from now and your base is now 250? Are you going to still be satisfied with your decisions, or are you going to edify your behavior and the strategy and approach? I think this is the time to not be quiet because you have a spotlight on you, but I think it is the time for you to be a little bit better of a steward of your platform, not to be reckless with it just because you in position. You could lose position. That deal, that ink ain't even dry. Jay-Z and Rock Nation might be like, bruh, get out of here. Now, of course, your future isn't dependent upon Rock Nation, but just be a little bit more mindful with how you moving, bruh. Because this ain't it.
There's niggas who don't do a quarter, a tenth of what I do. You niggas benefiting off shit I've done. What you do besides talk on the net? Even you haven't sent with your dumb ass. Shout out to my people who know, who been here since Do That Little Dance, who been here since Soup and Crackers, who know what's up with me. And shout out to our new niggas who just been waiting for a reason to hate a nigga. You know, that'll take the truth. Me saying Jeffrey Epstein is heaven sent is the truth. God made him too. A lot of you niggas be so religious and so spiritual and so righteous, but this is what you do with your time and your effort. Hey, don't be free as no artist. Don't say whatever message is delivered to you. Don't write what come to you. Don't share.
You got to slow down, man. These thoughts didn't need to be shared with the internet. These are reactive thoughts, and we all fuck up. You know, sometimes I land to a motherfucker in the comments on some reactive shit. You know what I'm saying? A couple motherfuckers done caught the heat. Couple of them I regret. Most of them I don't. You know, but sometimes it is a reminder for you to just chill, sit back, let the tide pass, be one with your own thoughts for a minute. And again, be willing to correct yourself. None of us are perfect. And when you get like, we could say this, the same thing that you're saying is basically how Diddy responded. And I'm not comparing you to Diddy, but look at all the lives I've touched. Look at all the money I've spent. Look at all the inspiration I've given people. Look at all the dance floors that I done lit up and made people feel great. How y'all gonna turn y'all back on me? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And support is not an entitlement. You're not entitled to it. If somebody followed you from day one up to now and decide, hey man, that shit whack as fuck. That don't make them stupid. That don't make them dumb, uneducated, or overly religious. It just means you've hit a fork in the road, and for whatever reason, it's not processing to you that your words have meaning, although you're trying to enforce to people that your words have meaning. But it goes both ways. This ain't a good look, man. And this is from a nigga, again, who fuck with you.
What you think about the world. You know how stupid that sound? Y'all insane. You niggas become masters so fast. Boy, you better watch your mouth. Boy, you better watch what you do. It's even retarded niggas in there like, man, you be at schools around kids. Yeah, changing their life and helping them become something and giving them journeys and careers and an example of what they could be. What you be doing for them? Your kids don't even like you. You niggas just like to be triggered. And anything could trigger y'all. Anything could move y'all niggas. The simplest thing, just hearing something, could move you and get y'all to rally against a nigga who in his community giving back. A nigga who buying out grocery stores, a nigga who taking kids to get shoes and get clothes, nigga who buying out restaurants, niggas who helping out the homeless. now I'm the enemy, because you don't like how a nigga said something or what a nigga said.
I don't think you're the
Because
enemy,
you committed
bro.
to misunderstanding. Get the fuck out of here. You want to commit to something, commit to your career, commit to being successful, commit to doing more than I've done, commit to actually being impactful. Nigga ain't gonna commit to that because it's easier to just press in on them comments and pop it. It's easy to do that. You know, I made a pact with myself that, like, I'm not gonna let nothing take my smile and my joy. Hey, blink twice if you still there. I'm still here, you hear me? Ain't nothing gonna take that from me. Y'all can't. Y'all can't, it ain't nothing you could do. That's mine, and I'm the only person responsible for it. We don't get that power to nobody. Shit lame. Comedians can't be comedians no more. Artists can't be artists no more. Y'all want a world where everybody just in line. Don't say nothing we don't agree with. Don't do nothing we don't agree with. Nigga, who made you mighty? We don't even value your opinions, nigga. You ain't living in no way that we inspired. We don't value what you got going on. The fuck?
Damn it, man. Ah, man. That was not it, brother. That was not it. Again, I understand. I talk about it pretty frequently on this channel. When that belly gets warm, it get uncomfortable and it get real easy to lash out. That's typically when you should drink some water, go do something else, whether that be get with a friend, get with your lady, play 2K, you know what I mean? Sit in isolation, something other than this. Okay? That response, that wasn't the best. That wasn't the best way to handle the situation. This is, and if that's any indication of things to come, it only seems like it's going to get worse because, again, this is something that's been happening the last couple months. You just had to apologize to Wayne. Well, I won't say had to, but you chose to because you didn't feel like you wanted to personally offend him with your thoughts from them being taken perhaps out of context. To this directly following. So again, I just think oversharing, overexposure could possibly be the enemy at this point. I think you might need to have a little bit more discretion on what comes out. And that would also take for your team and the people around you, like your engineer who asked you, like, maybe you shouldn't put that song out. You're going to actually have to be humble enough. And I don't mean humble in making yourself small, but humble enough to listen to the people around you that also do care about you. That's what I'll say. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there, man. Peace. Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to